in our last session we understood about SAP GUI introduction, right? So in today's class we will see about the last topic of the first chapter, package and transport request. Okay, package and also about transport request. Okay, so what is package? Or first let's understand about transport request. What is transport request? So transport request, in a short form we also call it as TR. Okay, TR means transport request, used to transport objects from one environment. Object is nothing but like anything that you develop in system, like maybe if you create some program, or you may create tables or views, domain, right? So anything that you create in system we call it as object. Okay, so from one environment to another. That means, so you know that there are different environments or different systems in any company, right? So like you will have the development server, you will have quality, production, sandbox, right? You will have different environment, right? So let's say you will create object in the development server. This is where you develop the objects, right guys? This is where you develop or do some changes to any object, right? You have to copy those changes to the quality and also to the production, again from development to production or to the sandbox, right? How you do that? With the help of transport request. Understood? Are we clear what is the use of transport request? It is used to transport object from one environment to other environment. So whatever you create in one system can be transported to other system via TR. Any doubts? Hello? No? Okay. So now what are the T codes that we use to create the transport request? SE09 or SE01 and SE10. These are the transaction codes that we use to create the transport request or for doing some changes to the transport request. Okay, so my favorite, actually I always use SE09. Okay, you can also try other transaction code, but I use SE09. This is like my favorite transaction code in transport request. Okay, it's very simple, don't have much features, when I don't need so many of them, so just go with SE09. I'll log into the system and let's create the TR. I'll provide my user ID and password. /n SE09. Okay, so this is a transaction code. This is how it looks like. Your user ID here and some options. You see there are different types of transport request. So mainly the customizing request will be used by functional consultant for doing any configuration in the system. So whenever we do any changes to the system, then we use workbench request. Okay, transport of copies, like let's say for example you want to keep the development TR in the development system, and then you also want to move objects to the quality or production. So what you basically do is like you will create the copy of an existing TR. Okay, this copy of the TR will be moved to the quality or quality system. So that's when the transport of copies are used. It is used to create the copies of an existing TR and also helps to move it to the quality environment. Any doubts till now? Hello, any doubts?
Sir, transport of the objects will be only from development system.
Yeah, you will do changes in the development, right?
Okay.
So that's what we do 99% of the time, but sometimes there are chances, like let's say your development system is in or some changes, or you want to do directly some changes in the quality by taking some authorizations and all. So that happens very rare, or maybe 1% of the chance. Okay, in that case you can also move it from quality to production. But what we do basically or generally is that we always move the changes from development to quality, or development to production, or from development to application, uh, sandbox.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so next, reallocations. You don't have to worry much about this, don't worry now. We will see if it is required in any other classes. So next is, there are two things here, checkbox. Modifiable means the TR still in the development system. Okay, it is not released yet. Okay, that means modifiable. If you select released, that means the transport requests which are already released to the quality or production environment. If you want to see that, you can select this, or if you want to see the changes which are available in the development, you can select this. Okay, let's go with this one. So now to create TR, what you can do is, like, you can just click on the create button here. Okay, just click on the create and select what type of TR you want to create. I want to create workbench request. Okay, then execute. And here let's say I'll just provide some description like ABAP batch 20, and then say development objects. Okay, ABAP batch 20 development objects, right? So I'll just provide the description. You don't have to provide project and all, that's more than efficient. If you want to add some more additional user IDs, okay, for the main tier, you can also do that. Okay, but I'm not going to do, I'll just add my user ID. Okay, so it is already taken by default, my user ID, but in case if you want to add some more user IDs, you can also add it. Let's say for example you're a manager, and then under you there are other people also working, other developers are also working, and then you also want them to do changes in the same tier. In that case you can add it. Okay, just ignore as of now, save. Okay, so this is how the TR will be created. Understood? This is how you create the TR. Are we clear? Yeah. Okay, there are two things that you see here. One is the header, the main TR we call it as. The other one we call it as task. You see, this is a hierarchy actually. If I expand this hierarchy, there are tasks. Okay, you can also create multiple tasks. Okay, it's not like you cannot do. Let's say for example I want to add another task to the same TR. You can click on this add user, select it and click on add user, and then you can provide other user ID also. See, ST HANA 1 I'll just provide. You see, one TR can have multiple tasks like this. One TR can have multiple tasks. Okay, ST HANA 1, let's say if you want to add one more ST HANA 2, you see, you can add that. One TR can have multiple tasks. Okay, let's say whenever you create the TR, the transport request, Okay, so whenever you create the TR, the transport request, under this one task will be created, okay, by default. Okay, maybe based on the main user. Okay, we can say this is header and then this is like child or parent and child, like that. Okay, header or parent request and this is like child request. Okay, if you want you can also add some more user IDs here. Okay, so whatever the changes the ST HANA 2 is doing, those changes will be saved under this task. If any changes that happens or ST HANA 1 changes will be saved under this task. Okay, each user actions will be saved under specific tasks. Okay, so that's what the task. Okay, let's say for example, just to consider. Okay, so this is like a manager who created it. Under the manager there are other people are working, right? So different peoples are working under this, different people are working for same project. Okay, okay, so let's say maybe this is me, and then here the main user, again mine, and then here maybe other people also working, let's say Srini and Ashita, and also let's say maybe Meghana, right? Different people are working under the same project. Okay, I want to save all the object under the same TR, because whenever I want to move changes to the production or quality environment, I want to move all of them at once. Okay, I don't want separate TRs. That's when you create that multiple tasks and assign it to user. Are we clear? Anybody, any doubts till now? Understood or not? Hello guys, is this clear?
Tasks are the users name.
User specific, yes. Tasks are
Okay.
user specific. You're right.
So then Rajneesh, so the user will use when he is going to do the changes, he will store into the this particular.
Yeah, that changes will be stored under is task only. Let's say for example, if I am doing the changes, those changes will be saved under my task. If you are doing the changes, then those changes will be saved under your task only. But all this, all
It
this,
depends on the username, right?
yeah,
And we cannot use the task Asita, I cannot use it, right?
no, I cannot use, whenever you do changes, you cannot select under which task the object should be saved. System, you can only select under which TR the changes should be saved. Task will be like system will choose the tasks under which task this changes should be chosen based on the user ID. We cannot choose it.
Okay. Got
I
it.
will show you that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll show you.
Yeah, sure. So because currently which I'm working, we are using the Wave Trail. So that's why I don't have much idea on this.
Okay, you're using different system to like charm
Yeah,
manager,
the Wave Track system. Yeah, we had an idea in Wave Track system.
like solution manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see in the system what we will do. Meanwhile, we'll also create package and store in the TR. Okay, so first of all, let's go back and understand package, and then we will store that package under the TR, and then I'll show you what we can select and what we cannot. Okay, so now what is package? What is package, right? So package is a repository used to group related objects. Okay, package is a repository used to group related object. Okay, let's say for example you're developing so many applications for an project. In that case, with a project name you can create an package. Otherwise, let's say if you're creating if you're working for different models. Okay, let's say you are developing object for ST model, you can create an package for ST model and you can save all those objects under ST model package. If you're working for MM model, you can create and package and save all those objects under MM model package, like that. Okay, you can group the related objects together using package. That is one reason why we use package, right? So the main purpose of the package is to transport objects from one environment another. Okay, so the main purpose yes, I'm doing spelling mistake. Okay, the main purpose of the package is to transport objects from one environment to another, like from dev to queue. Don't get confused too much, I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Dev system to QA system, something like that. Okay, so actually there are two types of packages. Okay, package decides like whether the object should be moved to the quality or production environment. Either the object should stay within the system, right? So that's why we call it as it's the main purpose is also to decide whether the object can be moved. Okay, it will not move the object anyways, TR will do that, but it is used to decide whether the object should be saved under the TR or it should be saved under local system. That's how it is. Understood? There are two types of packages actually: transportable package and non-transportable so transportable package, and then other one is non-transportable package. Okay, transportable and non-transportable. Okay, so let's say if you want to transport object from one system to another system, then save those objects in transportable package. Okay, if you want to transport object from one environment to other, okay, then save those objects under transportable package. Okay, so otherwise if when we develop applications for testing purpose and we don't want to copy those objects or copy those changes to QA or production, then save those objects in non-transportable package. Non-transportable package. Okay, so package is mandatory. If you are creating object, you must have to provide package. Without package you cannot do anything, but it decides whether the object should be transported or not. Okay, that is also other main purpose of the package. One is to group the objects together, the other purpose is also to decide like whether the object should be moved or not, right? So these are the purpose of the package. The transaction code that we use is T code SE21 or SPACKAGE PACKAGE and then SE80. Okay, so SE21, yes package or SE80. So this is the transaction codes that we use, okay, to transport the objects, or sorry, to create the package. Okay, let's create our package also. /o SE21 I think the system connection is lost. Let me relog into the server. SA21 or SPACKAGE, you can use anything, that's completely fine. Okay, SA8 is ABAP workbench actually, we will see. Okay, so one more thing is that whatever you create in SAP, that should either start with Z or it should either start with Y. Okay, that is what we call customer namespace. Okay, let's understand about that also. Okay, customer namespace. Okay, so any object we create in system, or else let's say any object starts with a letter A to X. Okay, so those are SAP delivered objects. Any object starts with letter A to X, those are SAP delivered objects. Okay, so any object starts with let's say any objects starts with Y to Z, Y or Z, I can say only two letter, right? Y or Z. So then those objects created by customer. So why this namespace is important? Why you have to create objects with Y or Z only? Why not with A, B, C, D? Right? So the reason, guys, SAP delivers millions of applications. It is like package of applications. So many applications or so many solutions are already provided. And on top of that, we also create our own solutions as per the company needs, right? So how do we differentiate this object is developed by SAP or this object is developed by customer? So we cannot go and say to SAP that this object is having issue which is developed by us, right? If we are developing any application, the whole responsibility is ours to fix that. If SAP developed objects has issues, then we have to approach SAP for the solution. We don't have to fix them, right? So that's how we know that this is a standard object, that means SAP developed or delivered object, or this is a customer or custom object. Understood? Are we clear, all of you?
So,
Yeah, please, Aishwarya.
so you told we can do changes in to the TR in the quality and production system, but we won't do it.
We never do that. But in quality, in production, we never do. But in quality, sometimes, let's say you are upgrading development server, right? Or you are doing some refresh of the development server. So there is some urgency that the changes should be fixed, or there is a bug in the production system, you need to fix it, urgent. But you cannot do it in the development because it's already locked with some upgrade process, right? So that's when you can do changes, you can take access. You cannot do changes freely like you do it in development server, but it is kind of enhancement, it will give you an access. Okay? Yeah. Any doubts? Anybody? Understood the difference between standard SAP delivered objects and the custom objects? Are we clear?
So the task one can you show in your
Yeah, I'll show you now. If it is clear to you, then we will create and then I'll show you. The concept is clear,
Yes.
everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So let's create a package. Let's start with Z ABAP B20. I'll create the package like this. You can put any name, whatever you wish to. I'll just keep it like this. So say create and then enter the description like ABAP B20 development object. So even this package will not be created by you guys. Your managers will create it, or somebody will, or basis team will create it and give it to you. But still remember to create the package. So and then here you can choose application component like this belongs to which model, this package belongs to which model, you can choose that. If you leave it, it is like generic. So let this settings be there as it is, don't have to worry too much. And there is something called super package. Okay, so you can also group multiple packages inside another package. Okay, let's say you have created a package for ZST, like to store all the objects that you developed for ST model, or you have created other package for ZNAME to store all the objects which are related to MM model. So, or you may also create one more package just to save all the objects that is related to FI. So maybe for PP you can create multiple packages like this for each and every module. Okay, you can do that, but you also want to group the objects together, right? So you also want to group it. So, and you want to save all these packages under another package. Okay, so this package we call it as super package. Okay, all these packages you want to save in one more package, that will be the super package. You can do that. Sorry. Okay, all the packages you want to group together in another package, we call it as super package. 1 minute, I'm not able to control it properly. I think I have to move this bit. Yeah, so this is what we call super package. It's like parent for all other packages. Understood? Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
can provide that super package if you want to. So package type is development package, main package. These two packages is used to store another package inside this, like structure package and main package. Okay, but development packages where our objects will be saved. So don't worry too much, and then just click on execute. And now you see it is asking me, you are creating a package, under which transport request you want to save this package, right? So you can select, this is actually the transport request for the previous batch, but this one I want to select the current one which we created. I click on the own request. You see it is showing me you select this, and let's say if I select the ST HANA 2, but my user ID is taxq, I just select this. You see it only selects the main TR. Okay, let me execute it, and now I'll just save and then go to SE09, and you see now where this object is saved. I just expand this. You see I selected ST HANA 1, I guess, right? But still the object is saved under this task only because my user ID is taxq. Understood, Srinivas? See, you can only save objects under your task. System select that system select your under which task you should the object should be saved, but you can select only the main TR. You cannot select the task where your object should be saved. Okay, system will do that automatically based on your user ID. Understood? So somebody had a doubt on task, please you can ask now. Hello, are we clear? Any doubts so far? Guys?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay then. That's all guys for today. Let me give you an assignment. We're done with the first chapter. So from Tuesday we'll not have class, Sunday and tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, right? We'll meet again on Tuesday. So assignment, you need system from now onwards. If you have not taken, please take the system. So you have to create a TR. Let's say maybe your name underscore yeah, you just create it under.
So we can remove the user if we don't want to.
Yeah, we can do that. So let's say for example you don't want this user, right? So select that and say delete. Yes, see,
Okay.
and create package with your name. Okay, let's say it should start with Z, right? ZNAME, and also create TR and maybe description, use like ABAP B20 and then your name, something like this. Okay, so this is what you have to do. So that's all then for today. If you don't have doubts, we'll end our session and then we'll meet again on Tuesday.